Right now, right here, 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 right now.
Hey guys, and welcome to another video where I've got a lot of things on my mind, and I'm sure most of the Arsenal fans have as well. I'll be taking a look through basically just the current situation at the club. At the club being board members, management, transfers, the lot. The players used under Wenger this season so far. Given the players' ratings out of 10, of course. So, yeah. And basically, yeah. Let's get into this video because I've been wanting to do this. I planned it to come out on the weekend, so I'm sorry about that. Been a bit ill and lost my job on the weekend as well. Didn't really help because, yeah, obviously it kind of shook everything up. But yeah, let's get straight into this. I've seen a lot of comments made, not just on my videos, but made on social media, just made on in general. Would Arsene Wenger last this long at any other top four side? Top 6 side, don't really matter really, to be honest. You know what I mean. If you watch football, this is, do you know what I mean? My answer is no. He wouldn't. He just wouldn't, because within, like, at least a season, maybe the first season you'd bred yourself in and you sort of just kind of see what team you've been left with, and obviously see who you want to be part of the future, and basically see who's not part of your future. So you kind of iron out the kinks and the, do you know what I mean? And the players that you don't want, the players you do want, you obviously keep them, get them signed up to long-term contracts. That's another point that I'm going to be focusing on also later on in this video. This might be a bit of a longer video, so if you aren't a fan of long videos, I'll try and make it as short as I can. But yeah, like I said, I've been planning this for a while, so if it is a long video and you're not a fan of them, I apologise, but stay tuned because I plan to bring you 2 videos today, so you're getting 2 for the price of 1. Do you know what I mean? But yeah, get back to what I was saying. I don't think he would last as long as he has at Arsenal because of the fact that the board members usually demand respect and they demand success after the first season, if not the first season. So it depends on what club you go to. I mean, like the Man City, we've seen Pep came in last year. Came in like whenever he did. Slowly but surely got his team together. They said it couldn't be done in the Premier League, as he's rightly said. You know, that he's rightly told everyone, shut everyone up, that this tiki-taka football would never work in the Premier League. He's got the right players. He's doing it. Look at them. They're absolutely racing away with the league. It'd be a travesty if they don't actually win the league. I can't see that not happening. But in closing the first sort of point, I may come back to it later on, depends on how the other points go, but in closing on the first point, I don't believe he would last as long because the man is sabotaging his legacy that he's built. He's sabotaging what he's built over the last, or say over the first 10 to 15 years by staying 10 years too long. Like my video before, I mean, the one after the Notts Forest game, there's a few things that have come to light during that game as well, and before that game. I will touch on them later on. But the players that he's used this year, he's used 31 different players in different cups, albeit, yes, I know that, before you guys come at me and like burnt my damn head off. He's used 31 different players. He may have used 40, like he may as well have used 31, 41, 30, whatever. Ultimately, it doesn't really matter how many he's used, but half of those players have not been good enough. They've not been fit enough to wear the shirt. They've not been focused on their job. But the players that he has used, I mean, Peter Cech and Ospina, they've been pretty solid. I'm not gonna lie, they've been pretty solid. I feel comfortable with those in goal. Cech's been a little bit suspect, sometimes a bit unlucky, but he's only as good as the defence they put in front of him. Whereby Koscielny is just like a disaster waiting to happen, needs replacing ASAP, because he's honestly, I don't know how you can have someone who's got a long-standing injury. City have the same with Kompany, but staying with my team, City City have got the same with Kompany, long-term injury with Kompany. Koscielny's got exactly the same thing, and it's not getting no better, because slowly but surely the cracks in the foundations are showing. And I could say the same about Mustafi. I mean, he's solid at the best of times, but also very, very suspect and sometimes shocking. Therefore, the players that I've mentioned so far, ratings out of 10 will come once I've gone through all the players. But moving on, we brought in a couple of youngsters, Holding and Chambers. They're learning from each other. Should never have played together at Notts Forest, not with Mertesacker in the middle. Not a chance. No way. I was appalled at the selection that he put out. Ergo, we go and lose 4-2. But again, points like that will come later on in the video, so stay tuned. Moving forward, I mean, we've used a variety of defence, a variety of midfield. Midfield I've been pretty happy with, if I'm honest, because let's be honest, it's where the engine room is. It's where Ramsey, Wiltshire, Xhaka, Elneny, Coquelin, and a few of the other ones that have come in through the academy, been used in the cups, and that. Some might say they're obviously doing very well, because we're in the last 16 of the the Europa League, and the last 16 of the Carabao Cup. And basically semi-finals. You know what I mean? Is it semi-finals of the Carabao Cup? So I will be at the second game. Let me know if you want a sort of matchday footage, matchday vlog type thing. Preview of that to come in the coming days. But getting back to the squad that's been used, I think in general, just the squad hasn't been good enough. There's too many players, too much dead wood at the club currently, and there is no reason for that to be like that, if I'm honest, because I ain't being funny. Them man are still in a living. I'm gonna name senior players: Walcott, Welbeck. Do you know what I mean? Coquelin, Elneny. They're not being used, but they're on so much a week that they ain't going nowhere else. Do you know what I mean? West Ham have been quoted saying that, they want Elneny and Coquelin. Do you reckon they're going to get them? I don't. Not on the amount of money that they're currently on at Arsenal. West Ham ain't going to be able to match that. Not a chance. No way. Sorry, West Ham fans, but do you know what I mean? That's just the way it is. You've got to be realistic in football, and that's just how it is. But going forward, I mean, we're resigned to losing Alexis Sanchez, so who I would bring in, you'd have to stay tuned for the transfer special coming up in the second video today, so wait until that comes out, and let me know if you want it to be live streamed. I will possibly live stream it, I'm not sure. But moving on to my next point being, would any of the current Arsenal team, or squad, whatever you want to call it, if it is entirely a squad, would any of them get into any top four teams in the whole of Europe? I'm throwing it out to the whole of Europe because at the end of the day, there is a reason and underlying issues at the club for the fact that basically reasons why we are not in the Champions League. It's because we've got so much dead wood. Would they get into any of the top 4 sides in Europe? I don't think they would, if I'm honest, with the exception of probably Lacazette and Ozil. Yeah, I'm not going to name that other guy who, I mean, you already know who it is. But would they, let me know if you think any of the Arsenal current squad would get into any of the top 4 sides in Europe. Would they get into Barcelona's side? No. Real Madrid side? No. Bayern Munich side? No. Borussia Dortmund? I don't know, because I don't really fuck with them that much. But yeah, like, you know, probably not, because they've got a settled squad. Would they get into any of the Premier League sides in the top 4? Chelsea, Liverpool, Tottenham? That one's for you, Kev. Do you know what I mean? Would they get, and Man United, obviously. Would they get into their sides? No, they wouldn't. Because let's be real, let's be realistic. Let's lower our expectations. We are a top 6 side now. If that, we may be lucky to kind of finish in the top 10. I'm not being funny. I don't trust Arsene Wenger to organise a piss up in a brewery. If, you know, even if we were actually standing inside the pub, let alone put a football team together, you know, not a chance. I don't think, I just don't think he's good enough. I think he's finished. He's gone. You know, he's a dinosaur, tactically inept, and yeah, I just that's just really, really outstanding to see how long he's lasted. Really, if I'm honest, I don't actually understand how long, like, you know, how he has lasted this long. But getting on to players that haven't been so good this year, Bellerin, Iwobi, Walcott. I don't need to give an explanation of why, because you guys, like, you Arsenal fans, you guys maybe, you know, you go to the Arsenal games, you watch them on TV. I'll go to as many games as I can, but I can't actually understand how those guys are still at the club. I would replace those 4: Bellerin, Iwobi, Walcott, Coquelin. Yeah, let them go. Even release them. You know, just release them and just bring in players that want to play for the club. I'm sick and tired of seeing, you know, that on Twitter, massive uproar about there's planned protests at the coming games. I don't know if they're going to be at the away games. I know we've got 2 away games coming up. Stay tuned for an Arsenal-Chelsea preview. That'll be out later on tonight as well. So keep it locked to this channel, your one-stop Arsenal football in general channel. But I'm gonna put a question out to you as Arsenal fans. Yeah, I want to know what you guys think. I want to know, should we lower our expectations? Is that what the current board want? Us to lower our expectations as a club? Do we, and were we punching above our weight when we were like finishing 4th, 3rd at times, 2nd at times even? So let me know what you guys think, obviously, in the comments. I'll write back all of you as and when they come in. Who would you guys like to see as an Arsene Wenger manager, like an Arsene replacement, an Arsenal manager? Who would you guys like to see? Because I've got two or 3 down of who I'd like. Whether they're realistic, I don't know. I mean, Arteta looks handpicked by Wenger. I don't know why. Don't think he's experienced enough. Don't think he's good enough. But the other 2, Simeone and Zidane. Zidane, I would take hands down. Simeone, I would take hands down. Arteta, I'm coming round to the idea. But yeah, another question to you guys: why do you think that board and the manager continue to mug us off as fans? We pay the most in the Premier League to go and watch the football, whether good, bad, indifferent. Causing the fans to be abusive, shouting at each other, fighting in the stands. That's another I'll put out there. So obviously, you know, leave it in the comments why you think that is. If you could have, I'm going to leave you with one more comment One more common question. If you can have one wish, this is directed at Arsenal fans, so obviously I apologise if you are watching it and you don't support Arsenal, I apologise, but it's directed at Arsenal fans. If you could have one wish to use at Arsenal that would come true, no matter how mad it is, how crazy, how indifferent, how, whatever, what would it be? Comment below and I'll read through them, and obviously, I'll comment down below my opinion of that. And what would you want to see change at the club? I think there's a lot that needs to be changed, because I think it's the worst it's been ever since I've been an Arsenal fan. It's the worst it's been growing up with that team and all that, But that's going to be it for the video. I'm going to leave it here. If you are new around here, please, do you know what I mean? Hit that subscribe button, turn the notification bell on so you don't miss an upload, because I've got loads and loads more content coming your way, courtesy of your boy, and loads of special guests that are going to be planned for this year. So big things are coming to this channel. Yeah, I'm out of here in a bit, guys. Stay tuned for the next video. Love you all. In a bit.